Welcome back to the Auto Brief News, where we dissect the future of mobility with a healthy dose of analog skepticism and digital foresight. I'm Amber Light, and opposite me, likely still reeling from Porsche's last announcement, is the purist's purist, Jim Khanna.
Reeling is an understatement, Amber. I'm still trying to process a GT3 without a roof, and now Porsche decides to perform another act of automotive sacrilege, if you ask me. This isn't just a car, it's a philosophical debate on wheels.
And it's precisely that philosophical debate we're here to tackle today. Because Porsche has, once again, made a bold statement from Auto China 2026, unveiling the new Cayenne Coupe Electric. This isn't just an electrified SUV, Jim. It's a re-sculpted icon, a high-voltage interpretation of the beloved 911 flyline transposed onto the commanding presence of an SUV.
A 911 flyline on an SUV? Amber, with all due respect, that's like trying to make a tractor dance the tango. The 911's iconic shape is defined by its low-slung silhouette, its rear engine weight distribution, its intimate connection to the asphalt. An SUV, by its very nature, is none of those things. It's tall, it's heavy, it's built for practicality and off-road excursions, not for carving corners with surgical precision. This sounds like marketing alchemy, not engineering integrity.
Marketing alchemy, perhaps, but underpinned by serious engineering, Jim. Porsche's assertion that the Cayenne Coupe electric models are among the most emotive and sporting cars in the whole SUV segment isn't hyperbole. Thomas Stopka, head of exterior design for Style Porsche, explicitly states that the gently sloping roofline sweeps elegantly over the car's broad shoulders and gives the coupe a particularly sporty appearance. This isn't just aesthetics, it's about functional elegance that reduces drag. The coupe shape reduces the drag coefficient to a remarkable 0.23. That's better than many sports cars, Jim. This efficiency pushes the combined WLTP range up to 669 kilometers. That's intelligent application of power and efficiency.
Aerodynamics are all well and good on a Le Mans prototype, Amber, but on an SUV, it's still pushing a considerable amount of air, no matter how much you smooth out the roofline. A 911 flyline on a family hauler is still a contradiction in terms for me. A 911 is born low, it's nimble, it's lightweight. An SUV, well, you can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still going to snort and roll in the mud. And frankly, a sports car isn't supposed to have broad shoulders. It's supposed to have lean, athletic lines.
But it is lean, Jim, in its own segment. The adaptive rear spoiler, the flush-mounted rear window, the high-gloss black side window strips, these are integrated components of a cohesive, performance-oriented design language. Every line is a calculated stroke in this pursuit of an emotive sports car experience in an SUV package. And when we talk about performance, the numbers speak volumes. The Cayenne Turbo Coupe Electric, for example, delivers up to 630 kilowatts, or a staggering 857 PS, and it launches from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in a mind-bending 2.5 seconds.
All right, 2.5 seconds. That'll certainly rearrange your internal organs. For a behemoth of a machine, those are impressive figures. Brute force, certainly. But Amber, numbers on a spec sheet are one thing. What about the feel? Does it communicate through the steering wheel? Does it have the finesse, the genuine agility, the mechanical empathy of a true sports car? Or is it just a glorified drag racer disguised as elegance? Does it involve the driver, or simply transport them at ludicrous speeds?
It absolutely involves the driver, Jim. Porsche isn't abandoning their core philosophy, they're evolving it. This is where the 800-volt technology comes into play, a core element of next-generation e-performance. This allows charging capabilities of up to 390 kilowatts, and even 400 kilowatts under optimal conditions, making quick work of energy replenishment. This isn't just about speed, it's about intelligent power delivery and a seamless, integrated user experience. This is a masterclass in radical reinvention.
800 volts, fast charging. All very clever, Amber, I'm sure. But what's the real range when you're driving it like a Porsche, not like a milk float? And what about battery degradation? My 1972 BMW 2002 Tii, the the one I'm currently rebuilding in the barn, will still be running on its original engine components long after this thing's battery pack needs a refresh. Longevity, mechanical simplicity, that's where the true beauty lies. Not in a glorified AA battery that'll be obsolete in a decade.
Before Jim's analog heart gives out completely, let's take a quick pit stop. This segment is fueled by echoesoftheroad.com. For those who believe every scratch tells a story and every engine has a song, echoesoftheroad.com is your ultimate destination for vintage gear design. Echoesoftheroad.com is your definitive apparel store of vintage car culture.
Indeed. Gears that actually fit and don't require software updates. Now, where were we? Ah yes, the digital onslaught.
The digital experience, Jim, is where this car truly shines. The Cayenne Coupe Electric adopts the Porsche driver experience, a fully digital instrument cluster, a central flow display, and an optional AR head-up display. Personalizable widgets, customizable display themes, integration of third-party apps. It's a user-centric design philosophy that creates an integrated digital ecosystem. Even the panoramic glass roof, with its optional variable light control, underscores Porsche's commitment to an immersive, technologically advanced cabin.
Personalizable widgets, display themes. Amber, I just want to know how fast I'm going, what gear I'm in, and if the oil pressure is where it should be. Not if my Instagram feed is syncing with my speedometer. It sounds like you'll need a computer science degree just to change the radio station. Whatever happened to simple tactile buttons, the beauty of a well-weighted switch, the click of an analog dial? This is driving by committee, not by instinct.
But the press release confirms that digital and analog controls complement each other, ergonomically optimized for ease of access. It's about choice, Jim, about providing drivers with the information they need, how they want it. And for those who demand an even sharper edge, there's an optional lightweight sport package. It shaves off up to 17.6 kilograms, includes a lightweight carbon roof, sporty carbon inserts, 22-inch wheels with high-performance tires. Inside, you get classic Pepita pattern cloth and Racetex headlining, seamlessly integrated with open-pore carbon surfaces.
All right, a carbon roof on an SUV. That does help. Every gram counts, even on a road barge. And Pepita cloth. That's a nice touch, a nod to the proper Porsches. But you're still talking about polishing a rather large, heavy stone. You can make it look sleek, you can make it accelerate brutally, but you can't make it defy the laws of physics. An SUV, however coupe-like, will never feel like a 911 through the corners. It's fundamentally different.
And yet, it's designed to deliver a dynamically controlled and utterly precise driving experience. With adaptive air suspension and the optional Porsche Active Ride active suspension system, this vehicle isn't just about raw speed, it's about sophisticated handling. It even offers rear axle steering with an angle of up to 5 degrees on all models. This is about making a larger vehicle feel more agile, more responsive, more Porsche-like.
Rear axle steering. I remember when that was a novelty on a proper sports car. Now it's trying to make an elephant dance. It's a technological band-aid, Amber, to cover the inherent dynamic compromises of building a tall, heavy electric SUV that's inspired by a lightweight, low-slung sports car. It's chasing a ghost.
Or, Jim, it's creating a new paradigm. This car is for the modern, tech-savvy buyer who wants performance, luxury, practicality, and sustainability without compromise. It offers a load volume of up to 1,347 liters, a front luggage compartment, electrically adjustable rear seating, and a towing capacity of up to 3.5 tons. It's a versatile beast. Porsche has, once again, proven that the future of mobility, even in an SUV, can be exhilarating, intelligent, and, above all, an icon reborn.
An icon reborn. Amber, when a 911-inspired electric SUV exists alongside a manual GT3 cabriolet, what does Porsche truly mean anymore? Is it just a badge you put on anything that goes fast, regardless of its underlying philosophy? It frightens me, honestly. It signals a future where the mechanical soul, The raw, unfiltered connection between man and machine is being engineered out of existence. I fear the world will stop needing people like me, people who understand the language of camshafts and carburetors, if driving becomes too automated and digital.
Your insights are invaluable, Jim, precisely because they anchor us to that core passion. But this car isn't about replacing that. It's about expanding the definition of what a Porsche can be. It's about intelligent speed, sustainable power, and innovative design for a new generation of enthusiasts. And for your 60-second dash fact, the Porsche Cayenne Coupe Electric boasts up to 857 PS and hits 100 kilometers per hour in 2.5 seconds, all while drawing design cues from the iconic 911 flyline. Efficiency meets electrifying performance. Don't blink! So there you have it, folks. A truly polarizing but undeniably impressive machine.
All right, let's pull over for another essential service. This next segment is brought to you by mynotespace.com. For those of us who still prefer to jot down thoughts, lap times, or brilliant ideas for rebuilding vintage engines by hand, mynotespace.com offers premium, robust, and beautifully designed notebooks. Because some data is best captured with the satisfying scratch of ink on paper. Don't let your best thoughts vanish into the cloud. Make them tangible with mynotespace.com.
But it is lean, Jim, in its own segment. The adaptive rear spoiler, the flush-mounted rear window, the high-gloss black side window strips. These are integrated components of a cohesive, performance-oriented design language. Every line is a calculated stroke in this pursuit of an emotive sports car experience in an SUV package. And when we talk about performance, the numbers speak volumes. The Cayenne Turbo Coupe Electric, for example, delivers up to 630 kilowatts, or a staggering 857 PS, and it launches from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in a mind-bending 2.5 seconds.
All right. 2.5 seconds. That'll certainly rearrange your internal organs. For a behemoth of a machine, those are impressive figures. Brute force, certainly. But Amber, numbers on a spec sheet are one thing. What about the feel? Does it communicate through the steering wheel? Does it have the finesse, the genuine agility, the mechanical empathy of a true sports car? Or is it just a glorified drag racer disguised as elegance? Does it involve the driver, or simply transport them at ludicrous speeds?
Indeed. Even I, the digital visionary, appreciate the elegance of a well-structured thought on paper. But Jim, final thoughts on the Cayenne Coupe Electric? If the keys were in your hand, what would be your verdict?
He lets out a deep breath. My verdict, Amber? It's a technical marvel. The numbers are undeniably staggering. For an electric SUV, it's probably one of the best out there, dynamically. But, it's not a Porsche in the traditional sense of the word. It's a product of its time, a necessary evolution perhaps, for the brand to survive. But I'd still take a well-sorted 911 any day of the week for the sheer joy of driving, the connection. This is a triumph of engineering over emotion for me.
And for me, Jim, it's the ultimate fusion, a triumph of emotion through engineering. It's exhilarating, intelligent, and a clear signal that the future of mobility is here, and it's fast.
Fast, yes. Soulful. That remains to be seen.
And that's what we love to dissect here at the Auto Brief News. For more in-depth analysis, behind-the-scenes content, and Jim's perpetually cynical takes, head over to theautobrief.news. You can also sign up for the Telegram, our weekly newsletter delivered straight to your inbox every Friday, featuring Jim's unfiltered thoughts.
Unfiltered is definitely the operative word. And if your browser crashes on the way there, just remember our 404 page. Engine blown, back to the starting grid.
That's all the time we have for today. From Jim Khanna, the analog soul, and myself, Amber Light, the digital future, this has been the Auto Brief News.
Keep the shiny side up, and if you're in an electric SUV, try not to get stuck in the mud.